very much. Thank you very much for coming to Fringe 99. Tonight we will have the last performance of Harold Pinter's The Lover. And this coming Saturday and Sunday, we will be coming out with our, let's call it, the culminating activity of Fringe 1999, which is an adaptation, translation, whatever, of the millennium, the musical for the new millennium, Hair, or which we are doing in Tagalog, Taglish, whatever, Hokbu. So I hope, we'll see you either on Saturday or Sunday. Tama, no? 25 and 26? Friday, Saturday, also at 9 o'clock. So if you have insomnia, or if you are a night owl, you know, if you want to have a crazy day, please bring them here on Friday and Saturday for Hokbu or Hair. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the evening. Thank you very, very much.
Staying in?
I think we'll stay in.
But I thought you wanted to see that exhibition.
I did, yes, but I think I'd prefer to stay in with him today.
Must be off. Will your lover be staying long, do you think?
Mm-hmm.
About 3 then?
6.
6. Well, have a good day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Quite good traffic, actually.
Oh, good.
Very smooth.
It seemed to me you were just a little late.
Was I?
Just a little.
Oh, well, there was a bit of a jam on the bridge. How was your day?
Fine. I went to the village this morning.
Really? See anyone?
Not really, no. Had lunch.
In the village?
I'm sorry. Mm-hmm.
Is it any good?
It was fair.
What about the rest of your day? How was your afternoon?
Quite marvelous.
Lover came, did he?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yes.
Show him the hollyhocks.
The hollyhocks?
Yes.
No, I didn't.
Oh.
Should I have done?
No, it's just I seem to remember you saying that he was interested in gardening.
Yes, he is. Not all that interested, actually.
Did you go out at all, or did you stay in?
We stayed in.
That blind hasn't been put up properly.
Yes, it is a bit crooked, isn't it?
Very sunny on the road today. Of course, by the time I got onto it, the sun was beginning to sink. I imagine it was quite warm here this afternoon. It was warm in the city.
Was it?
Very stifling. But I imagine it's quite warm everywhere.
Quite a high temperature, I believe.
Did it say so on the radio?
I think it did, yes.
Another drink? I see you have the Venetian blinds down.
We did, yes.
sun was terribly strong?
It was awfully strong.
Yes. The problem with this room is that the sun hits it so directly when it's shining. You didn't move to another room.
We stayed here.
It's been blinding.
It was, that's why we put the blinds down.
But the problem is it gets so awfully hot in here with the blinds down.
Would you say so?
Well, perhaps not. Perhaps it just feels hotter.
I think that's probably it. What did you do this afternoon?
Long meeting, rather inconclusive.
Cold supper, do you mind?
Not in the least.
I didn't seem to have time to cook anything today.
By the way, I rather wanted to ask you something.
What?
Does it ever occur to you that while you're spending your afternoons being unfaithful, I'm sitting in my office going through balance sheets and graphs?
What a funny question.
No, I'm curious.
You've never asked me that before.
I've always wanted to know.
Well, of course it occurs to me.
Does it?
Uh-huh.
And what's your attitude to that then?
It makes it all the more piquant.
Does it really?
Of course.
So, while you're with him, you actually have a picture of me sitting at my desk going through balance sheets and graphs.
Only at certain times.
Of course.
Not all the time.
Well, that's true.
At particular moments.
But the fact is I'm not completely forgotten.
Not in the least.
That's rather touching, I must admit.
How could I forget you?
Quite easily, I should imagine.
But I'm in your house.
With another.
But it's you I love.
I beg your pardon.
But it's you I love.
Another drink? What shoes are they? Those shoes. They're unfamiliar. Rather high heel, aren't they?
Mistake, sorry.
Mistake. Sorry, I beg your pardon.
I took them off.
Rather uncomfortable shoes for an evening at home, I should say. So, you had a picture of me sitting at my office this afternoon, did you?
I did, yes. But it wasn't a terribly convincing one, though.
Really? Why not?
Because I knew you weren't there. I knew you were with your mistress.
Was I?
Aren't you hungry?
No, I had a heavy lunch.
How heavy?
What a beautiful sunset.
Weren't you?
What mistress?
Oh, Richard.
No, it's just a word that's so odd.
Is it? Why? I'm honest with you, aren't I? Why can't you be honest with me?
Because I haven't got a mistress. I'm very well acquainted with a whore, but I haven't got a mistress. There's a world of difference.
A whore.
Yes, some commoner garden slut, not really much worth talking about. It's handy between trains.
You don't travel by train, you travel by car.
Quite. Quick cup of cocoa while they're checking the oil and water.
Sounds utterly sterile.
No.
Well, I must say I never expected you to admit it so readily.
Really? Why not? You've never put it to me so bluntly before. Frankness at all costs, essential to a healthy marriage, don't you agree?
Of course.
You agree?
Entirely.
And you're utterly frank with me.
Utterly.
About your lover. I must follow your example.
Thank you. Yes, I have suspected it for quite some time.
Have you really?
Mm-hmm.
Perceptive.
But quite honestly, I can't believe she's just what you say.
Why not?
It's just not possible. You have so much taste. You care so much for grace and elegance in women.
And wit.
And wit, yes.
And which, yes, terribly important for a man.
Is she witty?
Those terms just don't apply. You can't sensibly inquire whether a whore is witty or not. It just doesn't matter whether she is. She's simply a whore, a functionary, who either pleases or displeases.
And she pleases you.
Today, she pleases. Tomorrow, who can say?
I must say I find your attitude to women rather alarming.
And why? I wasn't looking for your double, was I? I wasn't looking for someone I could admire as you. Someone I could respect and love as I do you. I was just looking for someone who, well, how should I say this? Someone who could express and engender lust with all of lust's cunning. Nothing more.
Possesses so little dignity.
The dignity is in my marriage.
Or sensibility.
Sensibility, likewise. I wasn't looking for those attributes. I found them in you.
Why did you look at all?
I beg your pardon?
Why look elsewhere at all?
My dear, you looked. Why shouldn't I look?
Well, who looked first?
You?
I don't think that's true.
Who then?
Darling, do you ever think about me at all when you're with her?
Oh. A little. Not much. Talk about you.
You talk about me with her?
Occasionally. It amuses her.
Amuses her? How do you talk about me?
Delicately. Like one would play an antique music box. Play for our titillation whenever we desire.
I can't pretend the picture gives me great pleasure.
It wasn't meant to. The pleasure is mine.
Yes, I see that, of course.
Surely your own afternoons are sufficient pleasure for you. You don't mean to derive extra pleasure from my pastimes, do you?
Not at all.
That's why all the questions.
Well, it was you who started it, asking me so many questions about my side of it. You don't normally do that.
Objective curiosity, that's all. You don't think I'm jealous, surely?
Darling, I know you'd never stoop to that.
Good gracious, no. You're not jealous, are you?
No. From what you tell me about your lady, I seem to have a far richer time than you do.
Perhaps. Possibly. But peace. Come and look. What would happen if I came home early one afternoon, I wonder?
What would happen if I followed you one day? I wonder.
Perhaps we should all meet for tea in the village.
Why the village? Why not here?
Here. An extraordinary remark. Your poor lover has never seen the night from that window, has he?
No, he's obliged to leave before sunset, unfortunately.
Doesn't he ever get bored with these damned afternoons? This eternal tea time? I mean, I would. To have the image of your lust constantly be a milk jug and teapot must be terribly dampening.
He's very adaptable. And of course, when one puts the blinds down, it does become a kind of evening.
I suppose. What does he think of your husband?
He respects you.
Does he really? I'm rather touched by that remark. I think I can see now why you like him so much.
He's very sweet.
Sure.
Has his moods, of course.
With everyone.
But I must say, he's very loving. His whole body emanates love.
How nauseating.
No,
Manly with it, I hope.
entirely.
Sounds tedious.
Not at all. He has a wonderful sense of humor.
Jolly good. Makes you laugh, does it? Don't just mind the neighbors don't hear. The last thing we want is gossip.
It's so wonderful to live out here, so far from the main road, so secluded.
Yes, I agree. This isn't any good. isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Happily?
And you're happy, aren't you? You're not in any way jealous?
No, of course not.
Good. Because I think things are beautifully balanced, Richard. This morning?
The what?
The shears.
Oh no, not this morning, not till Friday. Have a good day.
Richard, you won't be home too early today, will you?
Is he coming again today? Good gracious, he was just here yesterday. Coming again today?
Yes.
No, I won't be home too early. I'll go to the National Gallery.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Cream?
You're very late.
Cream?
No, thank you.
Why not?
I already have some. Do I owe you anything?
Mrs. Owen just had 3 jars. Gladly.
What do I owe you?
It's not Saturday yet.
Thank you.
Don't you fancy any cream? Mrs. Owen just had 3 jars.
Thank you.
Excuse me. Excuse me. You got a light?
Do you mind leaving me alone?
Well, I'm merely asking for a light.
Excuse me. I don't like being followed.
Just give me a light, and I won't bother you. That's all I want.
Please go away. I'm waiting for someone.
Who?
My husband.
Why are you so shy, eh? Where's your light? Where is it? Just give me a light.
What do you think you're doing?
Dying for a light.
I'm waiting for my husband.
Are you all right, miss? I've just gotten rid of that gentleman. Did he hurt you in any way?
Oh, wonderful you are. No, I'm quite all right, thank you.
Very lucky I wasn't passing by. Just never would imagine that would happen in such a beautiful park.
No, you wouldn't.
Still, you've come to no harm.
I can never thank you enough. I'm terribly grateful to you. I really am.
Perhaps you should sit down and calm yourself.
No, I'm quite all right, but yes, you're so kind. Where shall we sit?
Well, we can't sit outside. It's raining. What about this park keeper's hut?
Do you think we should? I mean, what about the park keeper?
I am the park keeper.
I never imagined I could meet anyone so kind.
To treat a lovely young lady like you like that, it's unpardonable.
You seem so mature, so appreciative, so
Of course.
gentle, so perhaps it was all for the best.
What do you mean?
So that we could meet, you and I.
I don't quite follow you.
Don't you?
Sorry, look, I'm married.
You're so sweet. You mustn't worry.
No, really, I am. My wife's waiting for me.
Oh, well, can't you speak to strange girls?
No,
How sickening you are, how tepid.
I'm sorry.
You men are all alike. Give me a cigarette!
I bloody well won't.
I beg your pardon?
Come here, Dolores.
Oh, no, not me. Once bitten, twice shy. Thank you. Bye-bye.
I'm not going anywhere. I've locked the door. This hut is locked. You can't get out. You're trapped.
Trapped, I'm a married woman. You guys treat me like this?
It's tea time, Mary.
innocent. You're very thoughtful.
No.
I know you are. I know it.
Where's your husband?
My husband, you know where he is.
Where?
He's at work.
Poor fellow. Working away all day. Wonder what he's like.
Oh, Max.
I wonder if he'd get on, hit it off.
I shouldn't think so.
Why not?
We've got very little in common.
Have we? But he's very accommodating. I mean, he knows very well about these afternoons of ours, doesn't he?
Of course.
He's known for years. Why does he put up with it?
Why are you suddenly talking about him? I mean, what is the point of all this? This isn't the subject you normally elaborate on.
Why does he put up with it?
Oh, shut up.
I asked you a question.
He doesn't mind.
Doesn't he?
No.
Well, I'm beginning to mind.
What did you say?
I'm beginning to mind.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. It has to stop.
Joking.
Not joking. It has to stop. Can't go on.
Why? Because of my husband? Not because of my husband. I hope that's going a bit too far, I think.
Not because of your husband. It's because of my wife.
Your wife.
I've been deceiving her for too long.
But Max.
I've been deceiving her for years. It can't go on.
But darling. No.
Don't touch me.
What did you say?
You heard.
But your wife knows. You've told her all about us. She's known all along.
She doesn't know. She thinks I know a whore, that's all. Some spare time whore. She doesn't know. That's all she thinks.
But my love, be sensible. She doesn't mind, does she?
She'd mind if she knew the truth.
What
wouldn't
truth?
she?
What are you talking
She'd
about?
mind if she knew I had a full-time mistress, 2 or 3 times a week. A woman of grace, intelligence, wit.
Yes,
In an
you
affair
are.
that's been going on for years.
She doesn't mind. She wouldn't mind. She's happy. She's happy. You know, we should stop this rubbish anyway. You're doing your best to ruin the whole afternoon. Darling, you don't really think you could have what we have with your wife, do you? I mean, my husband, for instance, completely appreciates...
How does he put up with it, your husband? How does he put up with it? I mean, doesn't he smell me in the sheets when he comes home in the evenings? What does he think? What does he say? He must be bad. I mean, what time is it now? 4:30? And he's sitting in his office, knowing full well what's going on here. And what does he say? What does he think? How does he put up with it?
Max,
How?
He doesn't care. He appreciates me. He understands me.
Perhaps we should meet and I should have a word with him.
Are you drunk?
Well, perhaps that's what we should do. I mean, I'm a man, he's a man just like me. We're both men, you're just a bloody woman.
Stop it. What is happening to you? What's the matter with you? Please stop it. What are you doing? Playing again?
I don't play games.
Oh, don't you? You do. Oh, you do. Usually I like them.
I played my last game.
Why?
The children.
What?
The children, I've got to think of them.
What children?
My children, my wife's children. Any minute now, they'll be coming home from boarding school and I've got to think of them.
Listen, I want to whisper something to you. Please, can I? It's whispering time. Earlier it was tea time, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Now it's whispering time. You like me to whisper to you. You like me to love you whispering. Look, listen, you mustn't worry about husbands, wives, things like that. It's silly. It's really silly. It's you now. You here with me, here together. That's what it is, isn't it? You whisper to me, you take tea with me. That's us. That's what we are. Love me.
You're too bony. That's what it is, see? I could put up with everything else, just... You're too bony.
Me, bony. Don't be ridiculous.
I'm not.
What are you talking about?
Every move I make, your bones stick into me. I'm sick and tired of your bones.
How can you say I'm bony?
I'm trying to tell you, you're too bony.
But I'm fat. Look at me. I'm plump. You've always said I was plump.
You're plump once, you're not plump anymore.
Look at me.
You're not plump enough. You know what I like? I like enormous women, like bullocks with udders, great, vast, big, uddered bullocks.
You mean cows?
I don't mean cows. I mean voluminous, great, feminine, uddered bullocks. Once, long ago, you vaguely resembled one.
Well, thanks.
Now, compared to my ideals, skin and bone.
You're having a lovely joke.
It's no joke. Hello?
Hello.
Watching the sunset. Drink?
Not at the moment, thank you.
What a long afternoon. What a dreary conference. Went on all day, very fatiguing. Still, a lot of good work done though, I think. Sorry I'm rather late. Had to have a drink with some of the overseas people afterward. How are you?
Fine.
Seem a little depressed. Is anything the matter?
No,
What sort of day have you had?
not bad.
Not good?
Fair.
I'm sorry. Still, it's good to be home. Can't imagine what a relief it is. Lover come? Sarah,
Sorry, I was thinking of something.
did your lover come?
Oh yes, he came.
Was he in good shape?
I have a headache actually.
Wasn't he in good shape?
Oh, we all have our off days.
He too? I thought the whole point of having a lover is that one did it. I mean, I, for instance, were called upon to fulfill the duties of a lover and felt disposed, shall we say, to take the job. Well then, I'd as soon give it up than be found incapable of fulfilling its proper and consistent obligations.
You do use long words.
I prefer I use shorter ones.
No, thank you.
Still, I'm sorry to hear you had a bad day.
It's quite all right.
Perhaps things will improve?
Perhaps. I hope so.
Nevertheless, I find you very beautiful. Yes, I find you very beautiful. I take great pride in being seen with you when we're out to dinner, or at the theater,
I'm so glad.
or at the hunt ball.
Yes, the hunt ball.
Yes, great pride in having you as my wife on my arm. See you walk, talk, laugh, then be still. To hear your use of contemporary phraseology, your use of the latest idiomatic expressions so subtly employed, to feel the envy of others as they try to gain favor with you, fair means or foul, your austere grace always confounding them, and to know that you are my wife, it's a source of profound gratification. What's for dinner?
I haven't thought.
Really? Why not?
I find the idea of dinner fatiguing. I prefer not to think about it.
It's rather unfortunate. I'm hungry. Surely you don't propose that I embark upon dinner after spending a day in the city sifting through through matters of high finance. One might almost say you were falling down upon your wifely duties.
Oh dear.
Of course, I'm not surprised. I expected something like this would happen sooner or later.
How's your whore?
Splendid.
Fatter or thinner?
I beg your pardon?
Is she fatter or thinner?
She gets thinner every day.
Oh, that must displease you.
Not at all. I'm rather fond of thin ladies.
I thought the contrary.
Really? What would have made you think that? Of course, your failure to have dinner on the table today is just an indication of the life you've been leading for some time now, isn't it?
Is it?
Entirely. Perhaps I'm being unkind. Am I being unkind?
I don't know.
Yes, I am. See, on the bridge in the traffic just now, I came to a decision.
What?
That it has to stop.
What?
Your debauchery, your life of depravity, your path of illegitimate lust.
Really?
Yes. I came to an irrevocable decision on that point.
Would you like some cold ham?
Do you understand?
Not at all. I have something cold in the fridge, though.
Too cold, I'm sure. The fact is, this is my house, and I forbid you to entertain your lover on these premises from this day on. This applies to any time of day. Is this understood?
I've made a salad for you.
Are you drinking?
Yes, I'll have one.
What are you drinking?
You know what I drink? We've been married 10 years.
So we have. Of course, it seems strange to me that it's taken me so long to realize the humiliating ignominy of my position.
I didn't take my lover 10 years ago, not quite. Not at the honeymoon.
That's irrelevant. The fact is, I am a husband who has extended to his wife's lover open house on any day of her desire. I've been too kind. Haven't I been too kind?
Yes, you're terribly kind.
Perhaps you should send him my compliments by letter if you like, and tell him he must cease his visits from now on.
How can you talk like this? Why today? So suddenly, huh? You've had a hard day at the office, all those overseas people, it's so tiring, but it's silly, it's so silly to talk like this. I'm here for you, and you've always appreciated how much these afternoons mean. You've understood, you've always understood. Understanding is so rare, so dear.
Do you think it's pleasant to know that your wife is unfaithful to you 2 or 3 times a week with great regularity?
Richard.
It's insupportable. It's become insupportable. I'm no longer disposed to put up with it.
Richard! Please!
Please what?
What?
Do you know what I suggest you do?
What?
Take him out into the fields. Find a rubbish dump or a slag heap. Find a dish, something. Find a stagnant pond. Buy a canoe. How about that? Anything. Anywhere. It's not my living room.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Why not?
I said it's not possible.
But surely it's the obvious thing to do. If you want your lover so much, since his entry into this house is now barred, I'm trying to be helpful because of my love for you. Don't you see that? Because if I find him on these premises, I'll kick his teeth out.
You're mad.
I'll kick his head in.
What about your bloody whore?
I paid her off.
Oh, have you? Why?
She was too bony.
But you said you liked it. You lied! Richard? But you love me.
Of course.
Yes, you love me. You don't mind him. You understand him, don't you? I mean, you know better than I do. Darling, all's well, all's well. The afternoons, the evenings, don't you see? Listen, I do have something for you. It wasn't serious. I do have it. It's ready. It's beef bourguignon. And tomorrow I'll have chicken chasseur. Would you like it?
Adulteress.
You can't talk like this, you know. You can't. What do you think you're doing? It's impossible.
What's this? I found it some time ago. What is it? What is it?
You shouldn't touch that.
Why not? It's in my house. It either belongs to me or to you, or to another.
It's nothing. I bought it in a jumble sale. What do you think it is? Put it back.
Nothing? There's a drum in my cupboard? Nothing?
Put it back!
Why? It hasn't got anything to do with your illicit afternoons, has it?
Of course not. Why do you think it is?
It is used. This is used. I can't guess.
You guessed nothing. Give it to me.
How do you use it? Do you play it while I'm at the office? Does he play it? How do you use it? What is its function? It's not strictly ornamental now, is it? What do you do with it?
You have no right to question me. No right at all. This was our arrangement. No questions of this kind, please. Don't. This was our arrangement.
To know.
Don't.
Do you both play it? Do you both play it together? Do you both play it together?
You stupid! Do you think he's the only one who comes? Do you think he's the only one I entertain? Don't be silly. I have visitors, other visitors all the time, other days when neither of you know neither of you. Strangers, total strangers, but not to me, not while they're here. I give them strawberries and seasoned with cream, and they come to see the hollyhocks, and then they take tea, always. Always!
Is that so?
What are you doing?
Is this what you do? Like that? Oh, what fun! Got a light? Got a light? Come on, your husband won't mind if you give me a light. Why are you so pale? Young girl like you, why are you so pale?
Don't do this! Don't do this!
You can't get out. The hut's locked. You're trapped.
Mustn't do it! You mustn't do it! You must!
Come on, your husband won't mind if you give me a light. Come on. No one can hear us. No one will ever know. Come on, give us a light, darling. You're trapped. You're not getting out, darling. You're trapped.
I'm trapped. What will my husband say? He's waiting for me. He's expecting me. I'm trapped. I can't get out. You have no right to treat a married woman like this, do you? Think what you're doing. Think of what you're doing. You're very forward. Oh, you are. You really are. But My husband will understand. Doesn't understand. Come here. Come down here. Let me explain to you. After all, think of my marriage. He adores me. It's a very late tea, but I think I like it. Aren't you sweet? I've never seen you before after sunset. My husband's at a late night conference. Why are you wearing this strange suit, this tie? You usually wear something else, don't you? Take off your jacket. Would you like me to change for you, darling? Would you like me to change my clothes? A change for you. Would you like that?
Yes. Change. Change your clothes. Lovely whore.